Hey there, it's been a while. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be grateful to you. While Finn is getting ready to tell Steffi that he is the father of Luna, Brooke unexpectedly drops by Ridge. Liam confronts Bill, Steffi reminisces, and Finn searches for Luna on today's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Luna informs Bill at his location that Will and Elektra were present, but that she evaded capture. Bill, visibly distressed, stresses that she is living under house arrest with an ankle monitor and that she cannot be detected. No one can know you are here. Liam's arrival forces her to conceal once again. It is not necessary for Bill to keep tabs on his son, he assures him. I just wanted to drop by, Liam said, denying that was his intention. While discussing the Dublin deal, Bill expresses his pride in Liam. His son informed him that the entire office was celebrating, so it would have been wonderful for him to be there as well. Bill will come in any time this week. Liam wonders why he's staying home all the time. Everything is fine, Liam, Bill scolds. I have everything under control. At the Forrester mansion, Ridge takes a call from Justin, who tells him there's nothing he can do to help legally. Steffi pledges to put an end to Hope and Carter's terrible coup. Steffi talks about how there was a silver lining. He broke apart from Brooke and got back together with her mom. Ridge growls that she makes it sound like Brooke had him chained up in the cellar, but he respects her support. Steffi tells her dad she's going to meet Finn to celebrate their anniversary. Ridge hugs her and sends his best wishes. Steffi says they'll just hang out with the kids at home. Ridge says that it wasn't all that long ago they nearly lost her. She says, yes, because of Luna. In the main office, Carter tells Brooke he has to focus on the firm. She complains that Ridge and Eric are a vital component of Forrester Creations. It's wrong that they're not there. You know I'm right. Talk turns to Ridge turning to Taylor. Brooke claims he felt betrayed, not only by her, but by Carter too. She doesn't approve of the way he and Hope handled things. Carter wonders if she believes she and Ridge will weather this in the end. After, Carter gets back to work, but stops and grimaces as he thinks about deceiving Ridge and Steffi into signing the LLC forms. At the prison, Finn tries to get answers from the administrator about Luna's whereabouts. He stops short of stating he's her father, but implores the man to understand that he has to meet Luna right away. Ridge is alone in the Forrester living room as Brooke walks in. He tells her Donna's not there. She says she came to see him. I don't like this. Being at odds with you. We need to solve it. I still love you. I know you feel the same way too. They can't let what happened at Forrester come between them like this. Ridge doesn't want to have this conversation. She linked herself with Hope and Carter, which makes her the adversary. Brooke was doing it for him, to try to get the company back in his hands. Everything is completely out of control. She never condoned this and is trying to bring the peace. Ridge tells her it's too late for that. Brooke thinks she's getting through to Carter, who is starting to recognize this is wrong. She's sorry all of this has happened. Ridge worked his whole life to earn respect in the fashion world. Just like that, it was gone. Thanks to his best buddy, and you. Brooke was hurt by how fast he switched to Taylor. Ridge won't talk about her. Brooke just knows that their connection is always there. We have an unbreakable bond, Ridge. She's still willing to battle for it, for now. At Bill's place, he recommends he and Liam take the kids on the boat this weekend. Liam responds, it's a plan. He mentions that Kelly told him earlier that today is Steffi and Finn's anniversary. They discuss Steffi and Finn having alone time, and Bill asks if it bugs Liam. His kid swears he's delighted she's happy. A few months ago she was kept in a cage by Luna the maniac. Hiding, Luna looks dismayed. At the Cliff House, Steffi prepares for an anniversary celebration and smiles as she flashes to Finn proposing. I can't wait for you to come home, Finn. Where are you? She muses to herself. At the prison, Finn asks if Luna is there. The administrator says no. Finn asks if she was sent to another prison. He says no. Finn says where is she then? She couldn't have been released. The man says she's still an inmate with the California State Corrections. Once alone, the dad calls Poppy and asks her where the hell their daughter is. Poppy doesn't know, but knows he hasn't gone home yet and asks him again not to tell Steffi that Luna is his daughter. At the Cliff home, Steffi flashes to Finn rescuing her from the prison Luna had her in. He comes through the door and she kisses him. Steffi brings him a glass of wine and sits down and grimaces. She asks whether everything is okay. He's not sure. She asks, long day, and tells him what he does is so meaningful. She could never be furious about him arriving home late, even on their anniversary. Finn shouts that he forgot. She reassures him and tells him she was only thinking about the day he proposed. She thought of some other things too, not as pleasant. Finn asks, what? She says, Luna. You're crazy, cousin. Just thinking about how you rescued me, Finn. We have conquered so many challenges. Luna, Sheila. All the struggle and strife is behind them and they have only good to look forward to with their children. Nothing will pull them apart. Finn gives her a half-hearted smile. She can tell something is up with him. Finn hears Poppy's voice urging him to be quiet, even as Steffi tells him he can share anything with her. Finn, turning emotional, says there's something she needs to know. There's something I need to tell you, honey. Next on The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope's outraged when Carter wants her to apologize to Ridge and Steffi. Bold and Beautiful just left fans gasping. Are they really going there? Plus, the mistake that'll blow up Finn's marriage. Well, if Bold and Beautiful was aiming to attract my attention, they certainly did it this week. Between Finn's epic tantrum and the latest twist in the saga I long ago termed The Sexual Awakening of Miss Hope Logan, we've got a lot to talk about. So let's dive in. Anybody else see that? Remember a while back when Hope went from fantasizing about Thomas to being connected with the hunk? Soon after, she poured herself, however temporarily, into the thought of hooking up with Finn, followed by her out-of-nowhere infatuation with Carter. As many of us questioned if something was amiss with Hope, analogous to when a brain tumor had Thomas macking on a mannequin, the writer stated the beauty was, following her heart in much the same manner Brooke did. This week, Hope went in to find Carter looking guilty as sin after he swooned over Daphne. Sorry, Daphne rose. Very than feel jealous, Hope strolled up to smell the French beauty's neck, and then stare very seductively over Daphne's shoulder toward Carter, who seemed almost entranced by the sight unfolding before him. Just like that, chat boards and Reddit threads began speculating as to whether a threesome was in the plans. While many were quite hostile to the notion, some were all in. As Redditor LYNNK0919 remarked, I'm ready to ship Hope Daphne Carter as a throuple. Let's go polyamory. They even dubbed the potential trio Hoderouter. Bring it on. Frankly, I'm all in on the idea for multiple reasons. First, I'm a huge believer that soaps need to be telling more modern stories if they want to survive, much alone prosper, for years to come. Forrester Creations might be the only sector of the fashion industry to never have engaged a gay designer. But from a storytelling sense, I adore the idea of Steffi's strategy being thwarted by that most uncontrolled of things, the human heart. Imagine if the armed and scented rocket Steffi directed at Carter and Hope misfired in dramatic way, resulting in Daphne joining the company-stealing duo to form an even more formidable trifecta. Frankly, I always thought that if Steffi was going to use seduction to come between Carter and Hope, she should have sent a gorgeous man onto the battlefield. What better way to disillusion Carter than by having him see Hope in the arms of another man? With the concerns of Ridge and Steffi running in his head, Carter might find himself questioning whether Hope really had been manipulating him all along. Combine that with his guilty conscience, and he'd be imploring the Forrester family to take back the firm that's rightfully theirs. Finn, you are the father. As totally ludicrous and hole-filled as the tale is, I kinda loved the surprise that Finn is Luna's father. The emotions were large and sloppy, and as always with this play, the underlying musical cues superb. I'm always impressed at how beautifully they play specific beats. The part where Finn quietly spoke as he approached Poppy, only to then release his fury? Chills. Seriously, goosebumps. I'd love to know whether this was the idea all along, although I highly doubt it. Bold and Beautiful often feels like a program that sets down one route just to wander into a field because there's a gorgeous flower over there. Reminds me a lot of Doug the dog from the movie Up, who was continuously being distracted by the presence of squirrels. Months ago, when hints first were dropped about the possibility of Finn being the dad, a whole lot of people freaked out. They suggested that the show wouldn't go that route, because it smacked of incest. Clearly forgetting that this show once had Bridget fall for her father/brother/step-sibling Ridge. I'm really hoping that this disclosure will speed us down the route of anyone, finding out where Luna's been stashed. Why? Because that story makes no sense, is hurting Bill and has to end soon. Here we go again. Friday's episode ended with Finn ready to tell Steffi everything, which I am 100% sure he won't do. Not yet, anyhow. In fact, not doing so will most doubt come back to bite him in the butt. When it does, you can be 100% sure that Steffi will rebound into Liam's arms. How do I know? Well, this show loves nothing more than to drop anvils as opposed to clues. When out of nowhere, Bill asked if Liam was bothered by Finn and Steffi spending time together. You know, as married folks will, he replied, I'll always love Steffi, but on the other hand, I'm happy she's happy. Translation: when the you-know-what hits the fan, Liam will happily dash back in to pick up the pieces. Again. Poppy's options. When originally introduced, we were told repeatedly that when Bill met Poppy, she was practically a dancing beacon of joy and brightness. It wasn't until recently that the program decided to distort that past to make her sound like a child-abusing, drug-taking, responsibility-shirking tramp. But here's the thing, if she really was that creature, and she knew that Finn's paternity would destroy her family, why didn't she have an abortion? Surely that would have been in keeping with the way they're revising her past. I mean, the obvious answer is that had she done that, we wouldn't be recounting this story. But it would be lovely if we at least got a moment in which Poppy said she pondered it but ultimately could not go through with it because she'd already fallen in love with her unborn kid. Random thoughts. It amuses me that in all of Luna's chats with Bill, she never actually acknowledged feeling awful about having kidnapped Steffi. Only when they were going to reveal that Steffi is Luna's stepmom did the matter come up. As the church lady would say on Saturday Night Live, how convenient. Good Lord, Finn actually shut his office door, and then checked it to make sure it was locked before running the second paternity test. And even insisted that Poppy lock the door before he addressed her with the truth. I mean, when's the last time somebody on this program locked a door? Does anybody else feel as if this week, the writers opted to take the Coob storyline in a different direction? Even when Daphne was throwing up her neck for any and all takers, there was an awful lot of chatter about Carter's conscience. Why does it feel as if Brooke isn't being consulted on anything? And shouldn't she, not Carter, be sitting behind the large desk? She is, after all, CEO. Meanwhile, I really need for her to quit begging Ridge to accept her back, especially given that she knows he and Taylor are living together. Come on, girl, have some self-respect. You deserve better. When Hope remarked that her relationship with Carter was kismet, I cringed. Please, please, please don't let this be the new oft-repeated destiny. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Monday, February 10th, through Friday, February 14th. On the plus side, love is in the air for Will and Elektra. On the minus side, Finn is caught between a rock and a hard place, wanting to be honest with his wife about his cousin/daughter Luna and afraid what it would damage to their wonderful marriage. But the biggest upheaval may come from Brooke, who gets an earful of a conversation that she surely wasn't supposed to. Bold and beautiful spoilers for week of February 10th. Bold and beautiful spoilers for Monday, February 10th. Finn struggles emotionally with how to tell Steffi the truth. On the tail of Brooke's plea to Ridge, he and Taylor enjoy a memorable moment. Bold and beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, February 11th. Steffi, Ridge and Taylor discuss Finn rescue Steffi from Luna and how grateful they are that she is locked away. Bold and beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, February 12th. Poppy asks Finn not to tell Steffi about Luna. Luna wants to communicate something to her mother and asks Bill for help. Bold and beautiful spoilers for Thursday, February 13th. Carter knows that Daphne may have more than scent in mind. Brooke overhears some of Daphne and Steffi's chat. Bold and beautiful spoilers for Friday, February 14th. It's a day full of dramatic boardroom turmoil and developing love for Will and Elektra. Ivy and Elektra's jewelry line premieres at Forrester Creations. The bold and the beautiful week of February 10th preview, Hope outraged over Carter's request, Steffi's ominous declaration. The bold and the beautiful spoilers preview video for the week of February 10th to 14th shows that Hope Logan will be upset by Carter Walton's request while Steffi Forrester makes an unsettling declaration. At Forrester Creations, Carter will make a painful admission to Hope when he confesses he's having a rough time. It sounds like Carter's conscience will be weighing on him, so it'll lead to a suggestion that takes Hope off surprise. After Carter hints about apologizing to Steffi and Ridge Forrester, Hope will be startled and disgusted. B&B spoilers suggest Carter's idea will surely be met with some resistance. You want me to apologize to Ridge and Steffi? A stunned Hope asks in the show's weekly preview video. It's safe to suppose Hope will try to shut that idea down, so how will Carter react? This could be the beginning of Carter and Hope not being so in sync anymore. Next, Lee Finnegan will surprise John Finnegan in his office. After Lee tells Finn that it's okay, she'll indicate that she already knows about Finn and Poppy Nozawa. That news will confuse Finn, since Lee will be behaving so nonchalant. Of course, Lee has no knowledge that Finn hooked up with Poppy or that he's Luna Nozawa's father, so she'll probably only know Finn met with her sister recently. Lee may presume Finn was offering Poppy support after all the Jack Finnegan paternity accusations. Once Lee displays sorrow for how she handled things, she may thank Finn for checking on Poppy and making sure she was all okay. Finn may not be in a hurry to come clean about his night of passion with Poppy and the fact that he fathered Luna, especially if he hasn't told Steffi by the time this conversation happens. When Friday's cliffhanger left off, Finn was on the point of divulging all the recent lunar events to his wife. However, there's no guarantee Finn will go through with spilling to Steffi just yet. BNB's weekly teaser video sees Steffi chatting to Ridge and Taylor Hayes about her love with Finn and how they've been through way more than any couple should. "I don't think this feeling is ever gonna go away," Steffi states in the promo for the week of February 10th to 14th. Although Steffi will sound concerned, she'll also seem unusually calm, like maybe she hasn't heard the whole Luna truth just yet. Steffi may simply reveal her poor perspective of Luna or explain she's got a horrible feeling about another disaster ahead. In other words, Finn may prolong his confession to Steffi and leave her believing that more danger is on the horizon. It might lead Steffi making some unpleasant predictions before she discovers the complete facts down the line. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest Finn and Steffi's marriage will be tested once again, so stay tuned for updates on all the rising turmoil. The bold and the beautiful previews and predictions for February sweeps. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates for February sweeps give previews and predictions. Explosive truth bombs, destinies denied, and painful epiphanies are ahead. Blame games and truth bombs. Brooke Logan sees her relationship with Ridge Forrester in ruins and confronts Carter Walton, accusing him of scheming with her daughter. Carter, however, angrily defends himself, exclaiming, "I never wanted any of this to happen." It's crucial that Brooke remains steadfast, having already cast her fate into the annals of the past. Meanwhile, as Lee Finnegan receives a visit from Poppy Nozawa in early February, John Finnegan looks on in astonishment. Could that be a paternity test he's staring at in shock? Unlikely allies, putting a ring on it? Instead of letting her famed nose be bent out of shape by Carter's rejection, Daphne Rose finds herself surprisingly impressed. This admiration causes her to choose partnership with him and Hope Logan instead of opposition. Get ready for Steffi Forrester to explode in just a moment. If Carter has any sense, he'll take a page from Thomas Forrester's playbook and hold off on proposing to Hope for the time being. However, Carter has always had a predisposition for marriage. His biggest difficulty might just be figuring out who will officiate the ceremony if he decides to take the leap. Maternal instincts. Grandmommy dearest Sheila Carter Sharp had just resurfaced from a joyful pizza-slinging phase, now fixated once again on Finn and Hayes Finnegan. Deacon Sharp finds himself in a whirlwind, desperately fighting to keep his unstable wife from slipping back into her old chaotic ways. Meanwhile, realizing Finn is Luna's father draws the attention of Tom Starr and Paul Hollister's killer, who is inexplicably drawn to Sheila, her similarly deranged grandmother. This leaves Bill Spencer contemplating whether it's time to set up a not-so-warm reception for his unexpected houseguest. He may have to give his ankle-monitored pseudo-daughter an eviction notice. Last resorts and wake-up calls. Steffi can't tolerate the prospect of her brother getting connected with Hope, but when Daphne's attempts to distract Carter fall flat, she'll turn to Thomas to charm her instead. In the meantime, Zend Forrester Dominguez will remember he was sidelined for R.J. Forrester. This could inspire him to join forces with Carter and Hope to bring their ideas for Forrester creations to existence. Take that, Grandpa Eric Forrester. Chills and Altered Destinies. February is destined to send shivers down our spines right from the outset. As the month passes, Electra Forrester approaches to Will Spencer and asks, "Luna is serving a life sentence?" Will responds, "She was caught. Luna is out of our life now." Unbeknownst to them, the murderer is eavesdropping on their intimate exchange. With her soulmate Ridge possibly gone for good, Brooke is ready to welcome someone new into her life. She's never been one to be single for long, after all, and we can already see the perfect match for her. Uncomfortable epiphanies. Witnessing the undeniable spark igniting between Ridge and Daphne, Taylor Hayes will come to a long-overdue epiphany. If it's not Brooke causing a wedge between her and her on-again, off-again husband, it will undoubtedly be someone else. This pattern is all too familiar, it's his defining move. Ridge is continuously unprepared to embrace a genuine committed relationship, he's hooked on indecision. And honestly, she's hit her limit with this unending cycle. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Steffi tells Finn these 4 words when she learns Luna's his daughter. The bold and the beautiful spoilers claim that Steffi Forrester and John Finnegan's marriage is healthy at the moment, but that's going to change because to a buried truth. Steffi may have just 4 words for Finn when she finds Luna Nozawa is his daughter, so let's speak about her future response. Although Steffi was delighted to spend a peaceful night at home with Finn on their anniversary, he got home late and stressed. It left Steffi wondering what was up, so Finn ultimately decided there was something his wife needed to know. However, it looks like Finn will delay telling Steffi about Luna's paternity. Finn may confess about wanting to visit Luna and realizing she was detained somewhere, but he'll allegedly decide without going into all the Poppy Nozawa passion specifics for now. Of course, BNB spoilers predict Finn won't be able to escape the inevitable blow-up forever. It's simply a matter of time until this truth comes to light, and when it does, it might prove fatal for Finn and Steffi's marriage. It might be different if this were the first issue Steffi and Finn had ever encountered, but they've already overcome so much. Sheila Sharp came in like a wrecking ball and nearly shattered Finn's relationship with Steffi many times. That's why realizing Luna is Finn's daughter may throw Steffi over the edge. It could be enough to make Steffi reassess her entire marriage to Finn and if they really have a future together. Once Steffi gets details on Luna's bio-dad bombshell, she may have some terrible news for Finn. Will Steffi conclude that despite the hurdles they've surmounted, she just can't do this anymore? Having Luna as a threat to their family on top of all the Sheila drama may be too much to endure. That's especially true if Finn refuses to cut off communication with Luna and still wants to establish some type of a link with her. If that's how it all plays out, Steffi may tell Finn these 4 words when she learns Luna's his daughter: "I'm divorcing you." Ending the marriage may feel like the only option once Luna chaos erupts, so we'll bring you more predictions on what's ahead for Finn and Steffi. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest Luna's paternity will change everything and kick off a shocking new chapter of the plot. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.